I'd like to start out today by telling you how excited I am to be here. But the truth of the matter is, I am scared to death. See, I'm an introvert, and getting out in front of a group of people is way outside my comfort zone. Have you ever done something so far outside your comfort zone only to ask yourself, what was I thinking? Well, I have a question for you today. What was I thinking? The first time that I stepped outside my comfort zone was in the late 70s, early 80s. I know what you're thinking, 1970, 1980. In actuality, I probably didn't step outside my comfort zone as much as I was pushed outside my comfort zone. I worked for a travel wholesaler out of St. Paul, Minnesota at the time. And my boss came to me one day and says, Bob, I want you to go to Las Vegas. Now, I was a salesman. I was supposed to sell airplanes and airplane seats. He comes to me and says, I want you to go to Las Vegas and buy hotel rooms. I say, why me? I'm a salesman. I'm not a buyer. And he said, well, buying is just like selling. It's just in reverse. You can do it. It was way outside my comfort zone. I'd been to Vegas just one time, and I was there as a tourist. He wants me to meet with casino and hotel executives and buy rooms. Then he throws this at me. I want you to buy rooms for $10 a night. $10 a night? What kind of flea bag hotel are you going to get for $10 a night? Now, as ridiculous as that sounds, it really wasn't that bad, because back in the day, casino executives knew that if they got a gamer coming into town, that 90% of their gaming would happen at their casino hotel. So they were willing to give up some money on the hotel side to get the gamer. So I'm off to Las Vegas. I fly to Vegas, and I decide I'm going to rent a car and get to know the town a little bit. Get my car, I'm driving around, kind of getting my feel, and I see this hotel, and it's called the Landmark. Now, if you've ever seen any old-time movies or TV shows that are located in Vegas, you've probably seen the Landmark. Now, the Landmark is no longer there. It was imploded a few years ago. But it was like 4 blocks off the strip. So I'm thinking, if there's a hotel in Las Vegas that will sell me rooms for $10 a night, this is probably it. So I go into the casino hotel. I ask for the sales manager. Out walks this really young guy. Let's call him Bill. Well, his name was Bill. Bill and I sit down and have a cup of coffee. And as I'm talking to Bill, I'm finding out he knows a lot about our company, because we'd been selling Vegas for a few years, and they liked our business. They liked the number of people we were bringing from Minnesota. So I asked Bill, I said, Bill, would you sell us rooms for $10 a night? He said, well, yeah. Really? Yeah. How many you want? How many you sell us? We go back and forth. We come up with a number. My job is done. I go back to the Twin Cities. And the reason we wanted a $10 room rate, we had 5 wholesalers in the Twin Cities at the time, and we all bought our air at about the same price. So to differentiate our price from our competitors, we needed a cheap room rate. As it turns out, our retail rate was $20 cheaper than all of our competition. Now, what we really wanted is we wanted a price leader so we'd get the first phone call. If we got the first phone call, we figured that, well, maybe they'll buy the Landmark, but we'll probably have to upsell them. As it turns out, we were selling the Landmark like crazy. People loved it. They loved the price. I was making Bill a hero. We worked together for a couple of years, and I get a call from Bill. He said, Bob, I'm leaving the Landmark. I'm going to go to the property called the Flamingo Capri. Now, the Flamingo Capri was on the strip, so it was an upgrade for us. He asked, would you follow me there? I said, sure, I'll follow you there. I bought a whole bunch of rooms. We sold a whole bunch of rooms. Our friendship, relationship, and partnership was growing. A couple of years later, I get another call from Bill. Bob, I got a really good job at the Flamingo Hilton. Would you follow me there and buy rooms? Sure. I follow him there, buy rooms. We sell a bunch of rooms. Our friendship, relationship, and partnership just continues to grow. A couple of years later, I get another call from Bill. Apparently, Bill's a job hopper. He says, Bob, I got the job of a lifetime. I got the job overseeing the Golden Nugget, best property downtown, still is, and the Mirage. Best property on the Strip, still one of the better properties. Will you follow me there? I said, sure, I'll follow you there. I follow him there, buy a whole bunch of rooms, we sell a whole bunch of rooms. Our friendship, relationship, and our partnership just continues to flourish until 1990. In 1990, two events happened. The first event was the first Gulf War. Now, if you know anything about turmoil in the world, people don't like to fly when there's turmoil in the world. They're just a little bit afraid to fly. The second thing that happened, we had the most mild winter that Minnesota had for years. And if you know anything about Minnesota people, they don't feel like they have to escape the winter. If it's mild, they just stay home. Our business was suffering. It looked like we were going to go out of business. My boss comes to me one day and says, Bob, I need you to go to Las Vegas. Of course, I'm thinking, what for this time? He says, I need you to go to Las Vegas, and I need you to meet with the 15 hotels we're currently doing business with and tell them that the $200,000 we owe them for rooms already used, we can't pay them. Now, $200,000 is a lot of money today. Back then, it was a whole lot of money. Of course, my first question is, why me? Why do I have to go to Vegas and tell all the hotels we're not going to pay them? He says, well, it's simple. You've built these friendships, relationships, and partnerships over the course of 10 years. They'll understand. I'm not so sure. I've seen the movie. I've seen The Godfather. I know what they do to people in Las Vegas that take money from them or take advantage of them. I was scared to death. I was so scared I decided I'm going to fly out on our charter. It was a 4-day, 3-night charter. I'm not going to take a chance going on scheduled air. I'm going to go on our airplane. I was so scared I didn't get a hotel room. I decided I'm going to drive back and forth from LA every night. Kind of in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, there's no way they're going to want to bring a horse out all the way to LA. I fly to Vegas, I rent my car, I drive to the Mirage. I'm going to get the worst out of the way first. I'm going to go talk to Bill. Drive up, park my car, go to Bill's office, I sit down at his desk. He comes in, sits down at his desk, and I look him straight in the eye. I said, Bill, I have got really bad news. We owe you close to $90,000, and we can't pay you. The silence in the room was deafening. Bill looks down at his desk, and he looks up at me, and he says, Bob, where are you staying tonight? Where am I staying tonight? What kind of question is that? He caught me so off guard with that question. I said, Bill, I just assumed I'd be sleeping in the desert. He said, you're going to stay here tonight. I said, Bill, I can't do that. He said, you're going to stay here tonight. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, yeah, he wants me close so he can get that horse head in my bed. But I decided I'd go ahead and do it. I went out and talked to maybe 3 more hotels. Hardest day of my life. These are people that I'd built friendships and relationships and partnerships with over the course of 10 years. Now I got to go tell them we can't pay them. I get back. I'm tired. It's about 5:30. I go to the front desk to get registered. I give the lady my name, and she slides me a card key. And it's kind of weird. That card key's got 5 stars on it. I'm thinking, what's that about? Then she directs me over to a single elevator over here, and I'm seeing a whole bank of elevators over here. I'm really starting to get a little bit worried, but I walk over there. There's a security guard. He wants to see my card key. I show it to him. I get in the elevator. It shoots me straight up. It shoots me up to the penthouse of the Mirage. Bill had just comped me 4 days, 3 nights at the penthouse of the Mirage. Not only did he do that, he comped all my food and all my drink. I got to tell you, I needed the drink. What that did for me that day, it showed me the power and the strength of friendships, relationships, and partnerships. Now, we've all had big wins in our life, and I'm willing to bet that those big wins are a result of friendships, relationships, and partnerships established. I've studied many successful salespeople and many successful business people, and the one common thread that I find among all of them is their ability to build friendships, relationships, and long-term partnerships. I build ships, but not one of my ships float. I don't even like the water. My ships soar, my ships flourish. Building ships has been one of the most rewarding things that I've ever done in my life. I build ships. I build friendships, relationships, partnerships, and sponsorships. You build ships. Is building ships important for you in your job or your everyday life? Sometimes when we build ships, we have to step outside our comfort zone, push ourselves, challenge ourselves beyond our comfort level. Change happens outside our comfort level, and when that change happens, there is absolutely nothing better. I challenge everyone in this room to get uncomfortable. Better yet, let's get comfortable getting uncomfortable. Many people ask me, why do I do it? Why do I go out and speak if it's so far outside my comfort zone? I liken it to the days that I ran. I ran 2 marathons, several half marathons over the course of 25 years. And I can tell you, not once did I enjoy the run. What I enjoyed is when I got done. The physical, the mental, the spiritual, emotional lift I got from a strenuous workout, there was absolutely nothing better. I can guarantee one thing. In about an hour's time, there's not going to be anyone in this room that's going to feel as good as me. Now, if you give me an opportunity to come and speak at your organization, I'm going to talk about some experiences that I have had in building ships. Some things that I've learned about the importance of having a solid foundation when building ships. If it's important for you, you need to have a solid foundation. And with a solid foundation, consists of hard work, trust, respect, goals, and passion. With a solid foundation, your ship will stand the test of time. Without it, your ship may not move forward. It may even sink long before it leaves port. Now, in today's world, we have a lot of technology. And technology has taken over our forms of communication. We have lost the ability to have face-to-face conversations. It's becoming a lost skill. Now, you can only make a first impression one time, and whether it be through technology or face-to-face, I can help you develop the tools to build your fleet of ships. Thank you.